Hello and welcome back to AmbiV. I'm Casper and today we're doing something a little bit different.
I'm Lauren and today I'm taking over this video.
Today we are in Bremerton, Washington. We just drove about 5 hours to get here for an autocross event tomorrow morning.
In this autocross event, instructors will be riding along with the drivers, me, to show different techniques and skills that you can use for not just autocross driving, but also everyday, daily driving.
So more specifically, this is an entirely women-focused autocross event. All of the male participants in the clubs will actually be working the courses exclusively, and I will be doing only filming. This will allow all of the female participants to get as many runs as possible in and get as much seat time in their cars. Fast forward a few hours and we'll go ahead and get you to the event.
There you go. Alright, we're good. I forgot about that solo. I always forget about that last one. It kind of comes out of nowhere.
It does.
Unless you're really
It doesn't
thinking about
really
it.
jump out.
So how did you feel about that one in comparison to your first
Well,
run?
I know. Well, I was going a little faster, so I got a little more afraid at that first thing, and then of course skipping the last slalom. But
Okay. Well, I definitely think you can carry a lot more speed at the beginning.
okay.
Like a lot more speed. Definitely trust your car.
Okay.
Because it's rear-wheel drive, it will tend to want to kind of kick out a little bit.
Okay.
But based on how you're driving, you have enough stick to the ground.
Yeah.
So, we can be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
I would say, especially coming out of like this first start area.
Okay.
I feel like you can carry a lot more into that first crossover, because in this car especially, it's not really like a turn situation.
No.
It's just a wiggle.
Yeah.
So because the car is so narrow and because it is so nimble, I feel like you can really take advantage of that wiggle.
Okay.
As far as I was looking at your cones on your passenger side, and you've got like that much room. So you definitely got room to snug up a little bit.
Okay.
I would say your setups were pretty good.
Okay.
On your turnaround here, I would get on the gas a little bit sooner.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're getting around the turnaround, we're kind of coasting around the turnaround, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah. I was like, oh, here's my area.
Throttle modulation is
Okay.
kind of a big deal for turnarounds.
Okay.
So we're gonna want to wiggle through and then kind of blip your throttle so that you can carry that speed to kind of help the car rotate.
Okay.
And then as soon as you find that you're starting to unwind your steering wheel, start rolling on your gas.
Okay.
And that way you can kind of, you're telling the car, okay, we're done turning, we're going now.
Okay.
And that way that'll kind of help set up that part a little bit more. I felt like your setup for the slalom was great.
Okay.
You can definitely carry more speed through that,
Yeah.
especially having a nimble car. But I felt like the actual smoothness of the slalom and the setups were really great.
Okay.
You know,
People always say you drive really smooth. Now be more aggressive.
I get it too. Yeah, I get it too. It took me quite a while, and I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I mean, I'm consistent.
Yeah, I'm consistently smooth.
Like, people ride with me, and they're like, wow, that was so pretty. And I'm like, right?
Exactly.
They're like, okay, now go fast. I'm
Yeah.
like, God, dang it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would kind of be my feedback. And at the end, you know, yes, that cone kind of jumps out at us.
Yeah.
But anticipate the cone.
Okay.
You know, look far enough ahead that you know that's coming.
Okay.
And that way you can kind of help set up for that. What I would recommend, since you are carrying more speed through there, is treat it as almost a ladder.
Okay.
So you have gates here and you have gates here, and then you just have that one little wiggle cone.
Okay.
So I would set your car up almost directly to that wiggle cone.
Okay.
Because you have the space in between the gates that you don't have to worry about taking up all that space in the gates. So I would angle it so that you can straight line it as much as possible.
Okay.
And then you don't really have to worry about them.
Okay.
You know, so as soon as you start kind of in that little like ladder section, just think, okay, that first cone is coming up and I'm going to use it as my pivot.
Okay.
So kind of set up that way, and that way you can kind of turn quick enough that you can pull a little bit wider so you don't have to total shut down around that left elbow. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Not left.
it's kind
Not
of like
really
this.
tight thing.
It's exactly like
I literally I
think-
paced it this way, and I'm
Yeah.
like, would my car even fit through here?
Well, I noticed that if you because you can go out further than you can in the turn, so you kind of have to get to where, and it's not really that narrow once you think of that.
Right.
Because if you think of it in a straight line, like you have to go straight, then it seems really
right.
sharp.
So if we come out of that pivot cone
Okay.
and pull wide, then we can kind of curve it
Okay.
instead of having total shutdown and go.
Okay.
And that way you're maintaining your speed, maintaining your momentum. And then as soon as you're kind of coming out of that, if you do the same thing with the other one and kind of pull wide again, you can carry that speed and momentum through there too.
Okay.
And then as soon as your wheel starts straightening out again,
Just punch
beeline it right to
Okay.
that finish. Because
Okay.
that little wiggle cone is...
I've noticed I can do pretty much a straightaway after
I was going to say,
that.
in my
I don't
car,
even have to.
that's a full wiggle.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even
Right.
have to move the steering wheel. It's just like...
Just beeline it. Go for it.
Okay.
Just give it all you got.
Okay.
Say, let's do this. So that's kind of my feedback.
Okay.
It's very smooth. Yes, very
Yeah.
smooth. But let's get you some more oomph.
oomph.
All right?
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
What do you think of the event so far?
It's fun. You learn to do some things and you learn to push yourself even when you're kind of scared and shaky.
Are you going to do a burnout in the next one?
No.
Well, we've made it back from the event. We are completely sunburned and exhausted, but it was a lot of fun. Ultimately, I didn't get nearly as much video as I probably could have, but I didn't want to invade everyone's privacy following them around with a recording device with audio. So I went ahead and spent most of my day capturing still footage and still photos for those in attendance.
It was a lot of fun today, and I want to say a special thank you to the auto clubs that put on the event for us women. It was really nice to have the instructors there in the car with us to show us ways that we can improve our speed and time. Despite the sunburn, I would do it again, and I'm looking forward to many other events like this.
So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.